Hey yo, what's good? What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk. Shit's real. We talk about it. You know what I'm saying? My boy Pat, he out, he not here. So I'm manning the ship today. I'm gonna be the captain. So you know what I'm saying? Your boy Bodega P, Bodega Box in the building, Ring Gang Radio all day. Who I got banned from the bodega? These motherfuckers talking all that. Well, robberies. Like, listen. I'm tired of you niggas and your robberies in close fights. Y'all gotta quit with that shit. Like, please, if y'all gonna keep doing that, you're gonna have to take a break from the bodega. You can't come in talking. We'll touch on that. We'll touch on that later on. So I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what it is? It's the Florida representative is Big Shutter now. It's Shutterworth the guy, aka Go Artist. You know what it is. Ringgangradio.com in the building. Tuesday night boxing talk. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. The Go Artist goes the hardest. Pause. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into this boxing shit tonight. But before we do, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, numero uno contendere. Let's get it. Ring Gang Radio. You know what it is.
Hey, our boy Conscious Pilot in the building. So, you know what I'm saying? We got
some hype today.
Yeah, he ready. You know what I'm saying? Three's the company tonight. You know what I'm saying? So we got some shit to talk about. Of course, you already know what the computers is puting. What they want to talk about. What they've been talking about the whole weekend. It's the Bivol Beterbiev card. Riyadh season again. So you know what it is. So before we get to the main event, we can touch on some of the cards, some of the fights on the undercard. I just want to say, but first off, you motherfuckers, like, what was the point of them fucking undercard pay-per-view? Remember, from the beginning they said, oh, we were going to charge $15 for the undercard on the zone, and then ESPN Plus would get the main event for free. I'm like, all right, cool. So then the Shakur fight, where you were supposed to get Shakur Cordina, that shit gets canceled because of Shakur's injury. So that fight gets canceled. So we're thinking, oh, we're not going to get the pay-per-view. That card ain't worth pay-per-view in the undercard. Well, turns out the undercard, not only is it still pay-per-view, they charge more than what they originally were going to charge it to when they had the Shakur fight on.
It was from 20 to what? It was 20 to what? How much was the price?
It was $20.
It was like $19.99. Yeah.
Yes, it was supposed to be. It was originally $15. They hiked it up to $20. What the fuck?
Don't forget that it went to free at one point too.
Yes, it went from 15 to free to 20. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what they was thinking with that shit. Like
the math is not mathing. Like, how does that make fucking sense?
And that card wasn't worth no damn paying for, honestly. Like, it just really wasn't. Like,
No,
it was good for a free card. It was good. It was decent for a free card.
Man, like, let's stop, bro. Decent, all right. The Sky Stevenson fight was boring as fuck.
The male Shakur, the female Shakur.
Yeah, Sky Runnerson, that shit was boring. Eubank fight was a little bit entertaining, but then it was like, yo, you can't put this nigga away, bro. Like, come on. That took a little too longer than it should. Opatea fight was okay. Fabio did his thing, but that was like so quick. And then we had like a whole hour and a half before the main event. You had a concert nobody asked for. I'm just saying, bro, like that shit. Yeah, that shit was good. That's a good free 99 card, nigga. But $20.
And by the record, I'm sorry, another person, fucking Ben Whitaker ain't allowed in any bodega that I know. Not after that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I forgot his fight was trash too.
I was holding out hope for him. People said, "Oh, he got feather fist," and because he wasn't getting knockouts, and I was like, you still got because again, I'll tell the story real quick. I went to a Knox concert a few months ago. Shout out to one of the goats. And literally in front of me in the crowd, there was two guys before it started. Dude was showing randomly, I'm in Vegas, but random dude showing Ben Whitaker highlights on Instagram before it started, and I was like, that's kind of crazy to me because I'm not I could just see him showing Ben Whitaker highlights, that the reach, like, and we were I think me and Shutter were shouting out the reach, but you can't fumble like that. You can't fumble all the goodwill. Like, you get a lot of buzz with social media with your antics, in the ring, but you fucked up, bro.
Yeah, no, I was completely disappointed in the way that he flopped. It was disgusting. Disgusting. The Eubank fight, you know what? At this point, Eubank ceases to surprise me in any way. So I'm not surprised that you feel that way. He should have gotten him out of there already. It felt like we were due for early finish, and then fucking Eubank is just like just lets him off the hook, just tees off on him a little more, and then finally the stoppage gets there. But it was like, bro, like, we could have shortened this shit 4 rounds.
but it's not the fact that he kind of like took it easy on him or took his time. He was getting cracked and buzzed like in the meanwhile. Like,
yeah, he got cracked. I mean, he dropped dude in the first round, but he got hurt late in that round too. It looked like he got hit with.
Yeah, because he got cracked hard. I was like, God damn! Like, wait, bro, like, nobody supposed to have that much energy and enthusiasm to hit you back that hard after you done dropped them the way he dropped you.
And I don't remember Zarameta ever cracking like that. So I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
What the fuck is going on?
Where did this guy become, like, when did this dude become Curtis Stevens or somebody? Like, because you've been reacting like that was like Lemieux hit him or some shit.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on with that. But at least he got him out of there, thankfully.
Yeah.
So,
thankfully.
So, you know what I'm saying? But I would have laughed if he did, if he really struggled more. It was like, you turning down good fights and then you giving us bullshit fights like this. So
yeah, it got me thinking about the that press conference when he was talking all his shit. And Frank Warren's like, speak up. fight Shiraz.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end, at least Eubank did jump him 3-4 times, did get him out of there. I mean, it took a little bit, but at least you got the job.
But dude, he had like a Zab Judah type of performance where Zab looks like he's the second coming and beats the shit out of the guy in between getting rocked and dropped and shit. Like you can't be doing no shit like that. Like, if you're gonna look good. You can't look good and then have a round where a nigga crack you and more than once he hurt Eubank. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. It wasn't what you would want to see. I don't know if there's still any Eubank fans out there, Eubank Jr. fans out there.
Yeah.
So, but if they are, not the kind of performance you'd be excited over.
Yeah.
It's a B-level performance, but it's like you shouldn't be getting buzzed like that against that opponent being that dominant.
You've been giving us B's all, your whole career, C's and B's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But put it in perspective, like, this was supposed to be an A+ performance, but we got like a B-.
If that.
If that. I mean, I don't want to say it was lower than a B-, but goddamn, you know what? If you want to say C+, I ain't never heard of a nigga getting a C+ with a KO.
I mean, if you look really shitty on route to the C+, on route to the KO, then maybe a C+ can be good.
Yeah, most Wilder fights.
Yeah,
brutal knockout.
Oh,
struggle for 7 rounds first.
Shout out to Dice in the comments today, Rob Bivol. Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, so, yeah, bro. You're gonna have some explaining to do. You're gonna have me sounding like Larry Merchant.
We will get to that. But just a little bit more I gotta say about the undercard. Jai Opetaia did his thing, you know what I'm saying? He did what he was supposed to do, get this dude out of there, because Jack Massey, I've seen him fight before. I've seen him fight Joseph Parker. He a punching bag. He can be hit. I was like, all right, let's see if he can tee off on him enough that he can get him out of there. And the corner rightfully did a mercy stoppage. So he was getting the piss beat out of him. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jai Opetaia. He did his thing.
Jai would still be looking fire if it's not against the Breedis. He'd still be looking like that dude.
Let me see the comments. Chris Brand, salute Chris Brand. They didn't rob Bivol. Close fights, not robberies. Like I said, we're going to get to that in a minute.
Thank you.
Miss 702. Hey, Ring Gang. Hey, Miss 702. Shout out to you. Always good to have you here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the comments. Discord boxing chat. Greetings from the UK. Oh, shout out to the UK. You know, we always fuck with the UK fans. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. And one last thing is shout out to a UK fighter, Fabio Wardley, who had a great fight with Frazier Clark the first time this year. They was definitely cracking, and we all enjoyed the first one. We didn't like the results, the ending result, but you know what I'm saying? It was still a great fight, and we were anxious to see how it would play out the second time around. Well, people that thought that Fabio Wardley was robbed in the first fight, he ain't leave it to the judges. That shit was over.
Amen. Amen. And honestly, he did get, because when y'all talked about the fight the first time, y'all talked more about how good it was. Not really necessarily it was a robbery, but that fight was a fucking robbery.
Well, who you thought won the first fight? I know you recently watched it. Who you thought won?
Fucking Fabio. Like, how
shout out to my boy Fabio.
I thought Wardley won it. Won it. Down the stretch, it got a little but I thought he won.
It was really close. It was really close. It was a 10-rounder, right?
I mean, it was close, but I don't feel like it could go the other way or draw close.
That was 10, right? Because I forgot. Can you watch it? It was a 10-rounder, right? Not 12, right? It was 10.
I thought it was 12.
It might have been 10. I don't know. Maybe it was 12.
But either way, like, the dude had a knockdown and a point deduction against him. How the fuck you get a draw with that? You know, that was crazy to me. And he was the one getting hurt most of the fight. Like,
yeah, no, I agree. I walked away from that day feeling like Fabio should have won the fight. But
and won it in a sense where it wasn't even really like a disputed type of win. Like, it was more so like, yeah, he won this kind of clearly, but close, good action fight of the year fight though.
Yeah, no, definitely. So it was shout out to him. You can't leave that in the judge's hand this time. Man, that was a brutal knockout. And it was just like so quick. It was one of those like, wait, it's like if you left to go get something in the fridge, you got back and it's like, whoa, what the fuck happened? Like, that's really one of those.
That was a vintage Mike Tyson type of KO. Like,
that is really one of those don't blink or you might miss it. Because if you blinked, you missed it. So
spun that nigga around, had him sleeping in the corner on his knees, like he proposing, like shit was just that was a different type of KO. Like that's the thing. Like the undercard wasn't bad. It just wasn't something that should have been marketed as pay-per-view that you have to pay for. The undercard was more like, something to watch. It had its moments, but yeah, like, come on. Y'all had it right the first time or the second time when y'all was talking about it being free.
Yeah, that'd be like that, like the undercard like that. When you're paying for something like that, I expect a little more. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's like when you buy, it's like marketing a great CD, like, oh, you're gonna get a classic album, and then I pay for it and I'm bumping it in the whip, and it's like, you know, there's a little something to ride to, but man, I was expecting a fucking.
It's a Jadakiss Fab. It's a Jadakiss. It's a Jadakiss. It's a Jada Fab album, huh? It's just a Jadakiss Fabulous.
I'm like, bro.
God damn. Nah, hold on. Wait. Nah, see, y'all gonna make this turn into a music podcast. Like, fucking stop it. Like, we really treating Jadakiss and Fab like that? Like, really? We comparing a turkey a la undercard to them niggas? Really? Are we really gonna go there?
Not me. I ain't gonna. You ain't.
I mean, Pilot was kind of rude with it. Like, yeah, that's a Jadakiss album right there, nigga. Like, Jadakiss albums be in the range of like 7, 8-ish. So I mean, this undercard was nowhere near a fucking 7, 8. This was like
nowhere
4, 5-ish.
Yeah, bro. Like we doing a little too much with that. Like,
yeah, like damn. Like, this is more like that Dave East album we recorded. I mean, we reviewed that time when everybody gave it like a universal 6. Like that shit was like a 6-5 times. Like,
yeah, salute to Blazing Killer, High Ring Gang.
Salute.
Hey, what up, Killer? Salute. You know, glad you stopped with us. So I think it's time we just get into the main event.
yeah,
So,
hell yeah. And Dice, get your comments ready. You gonna
Dice,
have some shit to defend, bro.
Dice, Chris, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna let y'all get your comments off in a minute. So, you know, this is the fight that we had all been waiting for years. It seemed like it was like a fight like we didn't think we were gonna get, politics, all that, and it was like, yo, 175 division is the cracking division where we get all the fights that we want, but yet the one fight we've wanted was Bivol and Beterbiev, and it was like pulling straws to fucking get this fucking fight, and it was forever and ever, and then we finally got it. Turkey came in, gave them the bag. Beterbiev got hurt. I was like, oh shit, yeah, here we go, meniscus. But the fight gets pushed back. It's just like, bro, like, are we ever gonna get this fucking fight? Like, this shit was so snake bitten. But finally, Beterbiev got back from his injury, came back, and this weekend was the fight. We finally got what we've been waiting for. And I gotta say, whatever you think about the result, and we'll get into that, I enjoyed the fight. I thought it was a very good fight, technical fight. Both guys put up boxing, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I like that technical boxing. So I don't give a fuck what people say. Oh, you know, technical, like, no. This, you know what I'm saying? They both did their thing. Beterbiev did his thing. Bivol did his thing. I thought Beterbiev started off a little slow. That's the only thing I don't like about Beterbiev. He's he starts off very slow at times. You're just like, bruh, like, you can pick up a little bit more. But
that Buick engine take a while to start up, bro. Like, damn.
bro, that Buick engine been taking a while to start up damn near 10 years ago. Like,
you know what? I give him a pass this fight. Like, because I didn't really realize it until I think me and PJ was like 30 minutes in, and we was like, you know what? This nigga had knee surgery 5 months ago. Like,
meniscus. Yeah, and Beterbiev.
Like, do you know how hard it is to even train?
Yeah.
No, but Beterbiev started
5 months. That's not a lot of time to recover from a knee surgery. I'm going to be honest.
No. But Artur did start faster than usual. I feel like after round 3, he kind of put the pedal to the metal. Usually he starts 5 or 6.
No. Salute to Marquise. Yo, Beterbiev is Bowser from Mario Kart. That's actually a great comparison.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. But because Bowser's a slow starter out the gate with that cart. But once he gets going, he gets going. And after round 3 is when Beterbiev now started finally picking up the pace. You know,
the end of the good that exchange that was at the end of the first round let us know like Beterbiev wasn't just going to just fight behind this dude the whole time. Because remember, that's what everybody like woke up after that shit. Like, he landed like a 1-2 or something at the end of the first round. That was like, oh shit, like, damn, like, all right.
Yeah, definitely got Bivol's attention. And as it was funny because throughout the fight, both fighters had to adjust. It was a matter of adjusting. Like, okay, Bivol realized, okay, you know what I'm saying, now he's got his rhythm in, so now I got to change up mine. I can't just do the same lazy, like 1-2 like I do to everybody else. Now he's got to up it a little more, let jab. Like, he threw more punches, and he got into a higher rhythm. So he turned up the pace, which is good to see from Bivol because one of my things has always been Bivol always just stays in first gear. I never see him get out of second gear, but I think that's because nobody can really bring it out him. I think now you see a guy like Beterbiev that brings it out him.
The last fight, the last person Bivol fought before Beterbiev brought it out of him. That one guy on the I forgot his name, but he went out and he was putting hands on Bivol early. Like, Bivol had to stop the dude. Come on, like,
yeah.
that was like really honestly, I think like Bivol needed that fight before this one because before then, it's like at least we found like we saw him go to another gear. Somebody's pressing him because if he experienced that, it would have been like night and day if he had to do that for the first time in this fight.
Yeah, no, absolutely, you're right. It actually would have been worse if he didn't already. Yeah. So
like this is my first, like, damn, somebody's actually trying to kill me. Oh shit.
So, and then I started to notice around the sixth, seventh round where it was like, okay, so Bivol's okay, he's getting his 1-2 on he's bringing up the pressure. Now Beterbiev is like, okay, so now I got to adjust to this. And he wasn't just going to stand in the center and just let Bivol pick him off. Now he's just, okay, I'm going to use he used his strength, started pushing Bivol back, trying to punch with him.
Walking him down.
Yes, he was walking him down. And he kept pushing him against the ropes. And Bivol was going up against the ropes. He said, okay, now he's pop. But, like, that's the only thing I don't like. Like, but at first I was like, why does Bivol keep going up against the ropes every time? That's not the place you want to be.
He had no choice.
Then I realized, Beterbiev is leading him that way, and he's kind of not giving him a choice.
Yeah, because everyone's talking about the pendulum footwork on Bivol, and I didn't see that. I'm sorry, I didn't see that balance.
Like you saw a lot of it early in the first 6 rounds.
Early, but as the fight went on, I felt like that, and I didn't see combos by Bivol later. As the fight went on, the lesser and lesser I saw a 1-2-3. You know what I'm saying? As the fight went on, like he wasn't landing as much as the fight went on.
Yeah.
Because I felt like if he opened up, he probably would have got caught with some demonic shit in between, and that he might have got hurt.
Well,
I mean, that did happen.
Yeah.
So there was one instance. I'll say that there was one instance. This is when I realized the dynamic and how the pendulum was swinging the other way. So in the 7th round, Bivol caught Beterbiev and buzzed him. Like you could tell he got hit with a hard 1-2. And so he got stepped back, and you could obviously see Beterbiev was affected by it. And it was one of those things where it was like, okay, now we got to see because we always wondering if Bivol could get to Beterbiev, if he could really hurt him, if he could put his shots together to hurt him. And now, okay, he's buzzed. So Bivol going to the second gear and trying to just press step on the gas and see if he can just hurt him even more, goes in and gets clipped. And it was like he just immediately stepped back, and it was just like, motherfucker almost got Anthony Joshua. Like,
yeah,
the Dubois Joshua.
But then he didn't throw no punches for like a good while too after that.
Yeah, it was
all he did was just survive.
Yeah, it was like a minute. A minute went by, and I don't think Bivol threw a single punch in a minute.
And you know how long a minute is in a boxing match to like do nothing?
I feel like after that, the tides truly changed because the second half of the fight, Beterbiev won most of those rounds. I mean, especially the last two. You could say the last three. The last three.
Here was the thing, and I don't know what his coach told him or anything about how he should approach those final couple rounds, but for some inexplicable reason, I'm sure there's a reason for it. But Bivol took his foot off the gas. That was the time in those final rounds to make a statement and to assert himself, and he did it. He did it. It was just like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Like he was tired. He just the punches. He wasn't throwing the punches. He went back into first gear. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Because he couldn't, man.
And some people try to say, "Oh, I gave Bivol a 12th." I don't know how you gave. Unless you must have thought Bivol won. You must have been picked Bivol to win for you to think he won the 12th because he didn't win that 12th round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard to give him the last 3 rounds at all.
It's hard to give him the last 3. And
10th, 11th, 12th, like, nah, bro.
It's kind of, this fight in some degree is kind of like a Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya remix. Not completely, but I mean,
a better version is what we thought that fight should have been.
You can give Oscar 7 rounds. I'm a Tito stan, but you can give Oscar 7 rounds early in that fight. But in this fight, it's similar in the sense where Bivol might have been winning the first half of the fight, but you can't lose the last 2-3 championship rounds of the fight and think you're gonna fucking win.
And the crazy thing was, and you talk about the 12th round. In that 12th round, I think more noticeable than ever, I noticed Bivol, like Beterbiev was tired. Like he was fatigued in that final round. He was still going forward, but I could tell he was kind of tired. And I was like, Bivol, this is the time for him to, if there's ever a time to step on the gas, it's right now. And for some reason, like Beterbiev's coming in, his hands were kind of down. They weren't up like that. I'm like, yo, dude, like just throw shots right there. You could 1-2, throw a left hook. The shots are available. He
was too hurt and tired, bro. However much Beterbiev was tired at the end, Bivol was more tired and hurt. That's the difference. Like he couldn't. And the thing is, once Beterbiev lowers his hands, it almost kind of gets worse for you because that's when he's going to start clubbing you and looking for hooks. When he's up here straight like this, then you expect more 1-2s. And so Bivol could battle him with 1-2s because he had like quicker hands. But the thing is too, and it's really a skill set issue. Both of these guys, and me and PJ mentioned this the other day, this is like one of the first times you'll see the Soviet style of boxing on the center stage on like the elite pound for pound, like going against each other. Like you'll never see anything like this before. Like usually amateur shit. So when you're looking at that Soviet style, they both got their hands up, Ivan Drago shit. Like neither guy, especially, and this is more on Bivol, like neither guy really moves their head. So when you don't move your head, it's harder to really counter punch and punch off of counters. Because if both guys are just standing up here like this, throwing 1-2s, you could only really block or parry. So that's another thing that hurts Bivol because a guy like Beterbiev, you got to be able to move your head because if you don't, blocking, he hits too hard for blocking to be your primary defense against him. And you can't counter that way.
And so before we get to the scores, that was one of the things that when people talk about, Beterbiev wasn't hitting him clean, yada, yada. He was blocking most of those shots. And guess what? Even if Bivol was blocking most of those shots were still affecting him even when blocked. He would you could tell the strength that Beterbiev had, he was still pushing him back. He was still uncomfortable even when he wasn't getting hit flush. And at that point, it's like once you start losing ground, which Bivol was losing ground. When you start losing ground, you lose the round. Like, come on, man. You can't just act like, because he didn't hit him clean. It takes away from that. Like he still
Bivol wasn't landing clean like that either, though.
Exactly.
A lot of his shit was clipping the damn cuffs and the gloves. In some of them combinations, they look pretty, but Bivol would throw a 3-4 punch combination and only maybe one of them would land.
Yeah,
they just look good at the time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like both of them didn't always land the cleanest, but it's just a matter of even if you don't land clean, you could still implement your game plan and it could still affect you.
Austin Trout showed us that, but the difference is Beterbiev doesn't have to land clean to affect you, where everyone else, they kind of have to land clean.
They were saying he was touching Bivol's guard paws all the time. I was like, no, he was fighting around. He was hitting him, clipping him around the guard a lot. Like, he was. There was a reason why dudes. I'm not trying to say the eyes or the eyes, tell the story. But there's a reason why his eyes was fucked up and he had his hands in his pocket late in the fight. Those shots were maybe they weren't completely 100% clean, but they were landing. He felt them motherfuckers. He felt them shots. A lot of those shots.
Hell yeah. Like to not see that is just crazy.
But it's like the thing is like a guy like Beterbiev. See, a guy like Beterbiev is the guy that I would hate to have to deal with, like with his punches, because even when he's not landing clean, you're still feeling everything. It's like you could still feel that shock. Like even if you block his punch with your arm, you're fucking feeling that shit in your arm, like the shockwave and shit like that.
That's the thing too. Bivol never really changed levels on Beterbiev either. Like it's not like he ever went to the body. Like Bivol, like Beterbiev is there to get hit to the body, but neither one tried to go for it. At least Beterbiev did later on.
Honestly, that was actually something that I was a little disappointed in with Beterbiev, because Bivol actually left his body. His body was wide open for the taking.
His guard was his high guard was.
There were times where I'm noticing early, like Bivol's just leaving his body wide open. Like
he had full high guard up. He had the
Beterbiev just throw
high guard.
Throw a left hook to the side, or just straight shoot the straight right down there. Like he's right there.
Beterbiev did land some body shot. I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
Out of the two, Beterbiev landed more, but it was in the second half mostly.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Beterbiev started the body work late. If he would have started it earlier, it would have been like he would have slowed Bivol down even quicker.
But then that's the thing too, and I get what you're saying. It almost feels like maybe he wanted to, but he really couldn't in the first half. Like it almost seems like he had to burn out Bivol a little bit more to where like the offense kind of died a little bit before he could really start tagging the body. Because that's the thing, like if you go low sometimes and you're dealing with a guy with quick hands, especially Bivol in and out, he throws quick combinations. I know it could be kind of hard to get to the body, but so I get it. And then if your knee ain't 100% to torque your body and twist and get that angle to land body shots, that could be a little troublesome. So I get it.
No,
but damn.
I get it. But like the way I was looking at it, I'm not in the ring, but I was looking at it like, bro, like it almost felt disrespectful. Like Bivol was kind of just daring him to go to the body. Like you don't leave your
on both sides though, because Bivol at least had the quicker hands. He could have went to the body too. Like, and you got to remember in the matchup, more people will always be in awe of Bivol's skills when they're honestly kind of equal in skill. It's just for some reason people diminish the skill in punchers than they do boxers.
You could say that again. But
you see what all the robbery cries.
Yep, and we'll get into that now. So at the end, it was a hard fought fight. It was I was happy with the fight regardless. So now we're waiting for the scores. Saying I'll see what it is. I'm thinking, okay, well maybe they give it a draw because I'm expecting one card to maybe be a draw with the way things were playing out. And the first card that was read was a draw. I'm like, okay, here we go. Yeah. Then they read 115, 113, and they read 116, 112. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When I heard the 116, 112, I thought they were gonna give it to Bivol. And then when they said Beterbiev, I was like, "Oh shit!"
That nigga no boxed it, like
yo.
That judge knows something.
Who you thought won, P? Who do you think won the fight?
I scored me personally. I scored the fight 115, 113 for Beterbiev. That was how I had it scored. It was a nip and tuck fight, back and forth throughout the first half, and then I had given Beterbiev the last 3 rounds. Because Bivol didn't do shit those last 3 rounds. 10 through 12, he didn't do nothing. So there was no way you could give him any of those rounds. I'm sorry. He tailed off at that point.
Yeah.
So
I always look away, especially big fights. When the scorecards get read, I always kind of look away for us. It kind of like I get a little anxiety. I'm like, who won this shit?
At the end of the 9th round, at the end of 9, I had it 5-4 Bivol. So Bivol was in the driver's seat. In my eyes.
That's what niggas don't understand. Like the fight was still up in the air by the time you got to the 10th round. Like those last 3 rounds was super important. Like none of y'all niggas is boxing on some clearly outbox you type of shit where y'all win in the first 8-9 rounds clearly, where there's no excuse where it's like, yeah, he definitely Bivol ain't do that. So he still needed them last 3.
Yeah, no, definitely. He did. Chris Brand. I still can't believe that a clearly post-prime knee surgery Beterbiev was able to solve Bivol puzzle, even if only by majority decision. History shed he should have ended up like Sergio Martinez. Well, I mean, that's an interesting way to put it, like Sergio. But I don't think it was that bad. Like
I don't know. It wasn't that bad. The difference with that is Sergio Martinez, they downplayed that knee injury, remember? And Sergio Martinez wasn't even sparring.
We're talking about the Cotto fight? The Cotto
fight. Yeah, the Cotto fight. And remember,
he wasn't doing any road work. He wasn't doing none of that.
None of that. We've seen Beterbiev train up to this fight. Matter of fact, Beterbiev beat the shit out of Caleb Smith the beginning of the year.
I mean, yeah, this nigga was doing some fucking.
Martinez ain't do nothing like that. remember Martinez was losing and looking bad.
Those wrist push-ups that nigga was doing. Like, what the fuck? This nigga. Do you see
bro? That bro trains like the fucking universal soldier. Then he gets hurt all the time. So
I see. It works for him though, but he only got 20 fights though.
Yeah. Beterbiev stops Bivol in a rematch. You know what? That wouldn't surprise me. So I would like to see them run it back. It was a good fight, and enough people seem to have an issue with it, and the computers were puking enough to where, you know what, Bivol's crying, and his team is crying, oh, injustice, or if they want a rematch. I'm cool with a rematch.
They're going to protest the 8-4. Supposedly they're going to protest the 8-4. None, quote unquote, protest the 8-4. No, they're going to do shit.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, your dude lost. Like, teach your man how to squabble in them championship rounds. Like,
I don't think either of them won 8 rounds to me. To me, the way I looked at it was, I thought it was either going to be 7-5 Beterbiev, 7-5 Bivol,
or a draw.
That was how I didn't.
And the funny thing, you say that, if we would have got 7-5 for Bivol, I would have felt like that was a robbery.
Really?
You would have been one of the rare ones.
Well, you motherfucker, you know me, nigga. Because think about it. Look, it's like I said, look, if you go in the first 10 rounds, if we split the first 5 rounds, we just look at the first 5 rounds, you could literally say the first 5 rounds is maybe 3-2 Bivol. Maybe 4-1 if you want. Then after when you get to the 6th round on, it's like there's like 3 clear rounds. Then you got a few swing rounds. So it's like I just feel like it's harder to find 7 clear rounds for Bivol than you can for Beterbiev. That's why I feel like it would be a robbery if Bivol won. A draw would have been okay, but I think the right guy won with the scorecards on this. Like, the draw is like if you give Bivol the benefit of the doubt on 1 extra round, I could see that. But 7 is hard to fucking do. Like, you gotta have this nigga winning like the first 5 or some shit.
No, that's also crazy. There's some
the reason why I say that is because the way I scored it. So here's how I scored it. I'm just putting it out there. I gave the first 2 rounds to Bivol. The 3rd round was a swing round. I thought Beterbiev won it though. I gave Beterbiev rounds 3, 4, and 5. I gave Bivol rounds 6 and 7. I gave Beterbiev the 8th, Bivol the 9th, and then 10 through 12, I gave it to Beterbiev. I thought the 3rd and the 7th were swing rounds. Like, they could have went either way. But if I would have given those rounds, if I would have given Bivol the 3rd round, it's a draw. And I think there was another one where I
the 7th round is more of a Beterbiev round than a Bivol. That's one of the rounds where he hurt Bivol, and Bivol ain't do shit for like half the round.
Yeah, no, but I thought he did enough in the first half to where, and then when he buzzed him, where like, you know what, I'll give Bivol that round, but I could have easily given Beterbiev that.
You round. See, okay, and that's the thing. Like, you have enough of those rounds, you might end up with 8 rounds for Beterbiev.
Yeah. So,
but it's harder to do that for you. You see, you got to have like 2 and 3 swing rounds to give it to Bivol. Where Beterbiev, it's like, he hurt him more. I give him this one. That's one.
Hey, if you're here, Dice, I would love to know why you think they robbed Bivol. By the way, Dice, I'm waiting. If you're there,
yeah. Come on back, bro. Like,
I do not see a robbery at all in this fight.
Not when you lose the last 3 rounds fucking clearly. That's too clear.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, and I don't know what it is with these damn Russians and just giving up rounds at the end of the fight. Like, oh, we give up the 12th round. Okay, Bivolchenko, like, you just want to.
He did his little winky right routine.
Yeah, bro, and I'm a winky right fan, so I hate to fucking say that, but it's true.
Yeah,
like
they got lit up with that shit, like, bro.
There was no way to like. Other way to say it, he let it slip through his hands. He had the fight in his hands, and if he didn't want to throw punches, that's on him. I ain't gonna get mad. I ain't gonna say, well, he should have won the fight anyway. Some people were like, well, what if he was just trying to, he thought he had it in the bag and he's just chilling. Like, first of all, why the fuck?
Ain't no fucking way he could have thought he had that in the bag.
That's why this fight strikes me as a remix of Oscar Tito, because it's similar where people say it's a robbery when the championship. Well, I thought Oscar was winning. Well,
hold on. But no, I can't even say that because I could see why somebody would think that Oscar was in control in that fight. This fight was clearly not a Bivol.
Not a Bivol, yeah.
This fight was too competitive to be Oscar Tito because, like I said before, like you could literally pick out 7 rounds that Oscar won. Yeah, clearly. But you can't. It's hard to do that with Bivol. You get to like 5, then you get to 6, then it's like
because. Well, in this fight, there was a good 3-4, like a legitimate 3 swing rounds, like 3 true swing rounds. And it was earlier in the fight.
Now you can't be having that many goddamn swing rounds in a boxing. If you have, look, you get about maybe 2 rounds max to be swing rounds. When you start getting the damn 3-4 round swing rounds, it's like, look, nigga, like get your scoring preference under control.
Yeah, and I think Turkey, and maybe it's the boxing overall, they are rewarding, it feels like, more so rewarding effective aggression or coming forward or trying to fight than the quote unquote sweet scientist back foot jab try to stay.
Because these niggas ain't hold on. We let the back foot boxing extraordinaire explain that first. And I'm gonna jump on.
No, what I'm saying is like I get that, but and I'm the guy that's like the quote unquote back foot boxing guy of this cast. But what I'm saying is, how can you say it wasn't effective when Bivol was clearly getting backed up, clearly uncomfortable? He wasn't able to implement his game plan because Bivol was backing him up. Beterbiev is backing up into the ropes, hurting him, making him uncomfortable. Yeah, he would shot a 1-2 out, but it was clear he was trying to fight Beterbiev off him. Beterbiev at some points looked like he didn't have no respect for anything Bivol was throwing back at him. So how can you say that it wasn't effective?
Facts.
Like,
remember, I asked y'all real quick yesterday. Last week in the cast, I was like, "Do y'all think Bivol had the power to keep Beterbiev off of him?"
At times, it didn't look like it.
It looked like it.
I mean, he did buzz Beterbiev a couple times. He had the power, but the thing is, it's how you apply it. Like, power just isn't some end all be all of a situation. It's how you apply it, and there's certain things Bivol could have done better to apply it. But like, first of all, the whole back foot boxing thing is, look, like, well, Beterbiev threw like 1,000 punches or some shit.
Like good 800 punches.
800, like I could have sworn I seen 1,000 somewhere. Like, but he definitely threw a lot of fucking punches. If somebody's out throwing you and landing at the same percentage as you, and you're giving up ground, there's a good you can make a case that they're winning. Because if that's the thing, because you got to look at activity. If you're really outboxing them, you shouldn't even be getting hit. See, the difference is with Floyd outbox guys on the back foot, he was getting hit maybe 1 out of every 4 punches type shit. He wasn't getting hit like that. He was really controlling the round and winning the rounds. A lot of these guys, they getting hit with 2 and 3 punches while on the back foot and not outlanding the dude they outboxing. So it's like a struggle. So come on.
So I'm looking at it because I just read it. I'm looking it up. The punch stats say that Beterbiev total punches. Beterbiev says threw 682 punches, and Bivol threw 423 punches. So that's what it says.
Well, how many did Beterbiev land?
Beterbiev landed at 137 and Bivol landed 142. I don't know if I believe those punch stats. It felt like they threw more than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It felt like you said the first time, like we was around the 800 number. Like Bivol threw more than fucking 400 punches.
Yeah, it felt more like it felt more like maybe 600 punches for him. Like, and maybe even more than that. Like it felt like it was more than that. So I don't even know if I buy those punches.
Yeah, I don't buy those at all. But at the end of the day, like if somebody's like you have to outland the person that's coming forward if you're gonna play back foot boxing, outside boxing. If you can't do that, then you're not really outboxing them. And it's hard to give you the round if a guy is throwing 100 punches, you're throwing 60 and landing 30, but he's landing 32. Like the numbers, you're gonna have a fucking Roman Gonzalez, Carlos Quadras fight, where it could truly go either way.
That's a good comparison. That's
a better comparison than Oscar Tito.
Yeah, I never got Oscar Tito vibes from this fight. So
because one guy has to clearly be dominant, like, or show that they won the majority of the rounds, like, and this wasn't a fight to do that with. Like Bivol wasn't like hands free, like that nigga was getting clipped and shit.
No, he definitely was.
Like Bivol had about 400 punches thrown by the time the 6th round came. Like,
hold up, I want to see the poll, the Twitter poll, because we did the Twitter poll. Who you think won the fight? Pilot, do you have it? Hold up. Because a lot. Oh, here we go. We did the Twitter poll right afterwards. It was who won the light heavyweight undisputed title fight, Bivol or Beterbiev? And we got 89 votes. Still up. You can still vote. 89 votes, and 56% said that they thought Bivol won, and 44% said they thought Beterbiev won. So a lot of people thought Bivol won. So I mean, I'm not mad. Listen, a lot
of people can't score fucking fights, bro. Let's just say what it is.
I'm not mad if you thought Bivol won. It is what it is. But this whole robbery thing, y'all got to stop that. This is clearly nowhere near a robbery.
Yeah. The same thing with the Lomachenko-Haney. Even though I had Lomachenko winning, and I know quite a few people who did, I didn't feel like that was a robbery. Like, it was really to me, that was more of a could go either way type of fight than Beterbiev, Bivol. Like, I felt like Beterbiev was the real true winner, where Lomachenko-Haney, if you prefer like the combinations of Lomachenko, you'll prefer that over Haney's power punch into the body, then yeah, like, it's really almost a preference thing, because that fight was highly contested. But Bivol, like, nah. When that fight ended, there was one guy I clearly saw that got his ass whooped or lost. Where Haney Lomachenko was like, about the same. So yeah, like, y'all gotta chill with that shit. Every fucking close fight ain't a goddamn robbery, and y'all gotta like look at what's effective and not what y'all like. I think that's the disconnect in scoring these fights.
I mean, there's always a bias, unfortunately, but like, y'all, even if you have a bias towards a certain style, you got to put that shit to the side for a moment. And it's like, sometimes that style isn't working all that you think it is, but you just like it so much, so you want it to be effective and want it. No, well, he was doing this style, so yeah, no, he won the fight. I was like, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't imagine it to be effective. You have to see it being effective. And yes, Bivol was effective for some rounds and for some spurts, but you clearly say he was effective for every round in the majority of the fight?
Nope.
No, because if you're like, it's hard, like, bro, like, to be to your style to be truly effective if you're getting swept 3 rounds in a row. Remember, 10, 11, 12 were the only rounds where one person won them all.
Let me play devil's advocate, because I've heard people, even people that thought Beterbiev won, you could arguably say the first 3 rounds, I thought Beterbiev won the third, but you could say the first 1, 2, 3, Bivol won. You could argue
that's fine. That's
fine. Yeah, you can. Yeah, like, that's the thing. No one's arguing like he won the majority of the first half. Like, if you take the first 6 rounds, you're either gonna say Bivol won 4-2,
4-2, yeah.
5-1, or it could be 3-3.
I say it's 4-2. Yeah, 4-2 sounds about fair. 3. If you had 3-3, okay. It's probably 4-2 for Bivol.
But yeah, probably 4-2. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But if you one of these niggas who had it like 6-zip, 5-1, then yeah, motherfucker, you're gonna damn have problems with who better be winning.
And you're probably a fan of Bivol or expect Bivol to win anyway. To be honest,
And I think all of us picked Beterbiev. I picked 12th round KO. Then y'all picked late KOs.
I picked 9 or 10 KO. Yeah,
I think I picked 11.
Nobody picked Bivol here, huh? Nobody really picked Bivol here.
No. Actually, no. One person did pick Bivol. Rome picked Bivol.
Yeah, a year ago, I kind of leaned Bivol a year ago, but just like, just not. Yeah.
No, I was always the opposite.
Yeah, I know. He was always very adamant on that.
I always favored Beterbiev. The only time I almost wavered on it was after the meniscus injury. I was like,
that played a role.
And then once I got to the fight and I seen him because I'd seen some of the training videos he had put out there, I'm like, you know what? I feel comfortable enough to still think that he could still pull this out. So yeah. So and he won by decision.
No one gonna really be beating this nigga like that because all these dudes who are good enough to fight Beterbiev, they all have the same similar approach. So it's like no one does something. No one does anything too much different to really throw his game off. Everybody keeps a high guard up. Everybody blocks. No one's really moving their head. There's no Chad Dawson or Pascal.
People trying to say Canelo has the best chance. No, I'm sorry. I know he's old, but I think Beterbiev will be the guy to stop Canelo. I feel like. I mean, come on, man. Be real.
I'm not entertaining that silly talk.
And I can't really. Honestly, I can't even right now entertain either David unless
Beterbiev will pummel Canelo. Like seriously. That would be a beating.
If you're afraid of David Benavidez, then you damn sure don't want no Artur Beterbiev. Like, no.
And I wouldn't favor either David unless Benavidez Morel. If the fight does happen, I think if one of them win by KO emphatically, having a impressive performance, then I give him a chance, a good chance. But I don't know.
Hold on. Let me put that because we did another Twitter poll, and it was what should Artur Beterbiev's next fight be? A rematch with Bivol, Benavidez Morel winner, or move up to fight Opataya? We got 33 votes so far, and 73% said they want a rematch with Bivol, 15% said they want the Benavidez Morel winner, and 12% said move up to fight Opataya, which Beterbiev has already said, talking about moving up to cruiserweight. So if he moves up to cruiserweight, that's a hell of a fight. Beterbiev has some options. So,
man, Opataya might beat his ass. Like, I don't know. Like,
very well might beat his ass.
The jump from 175 to a cruiser is the biggest in boxing. Really, it really is 15 pounds. You know what I'm saying? 15 plus. That's clearly the biggest leap in boxing. A lightweight, light heavyweight.
Yeah, but it's done more. It's more naturalized. Like, most of the guys around that weight already are kind of the same size. Like, but I feel like 160 to 168 is a bigger.
But some of the cruiserweights, like I'll put this on the smaller side, but some cruiserweights, there's a section of cruiserweights, that can clearly fight a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? There's a section of cruiserweights that obviously are 5'11", 6 feet. You're not gonna be able to go to heavy. You can't go to heavy. You know what I mean? But there's just some 6'2", 6. I think Opataya is like 6'2"-ish.
I know, like I'm just like, wait, what? This nigga just started making up rules.
In this day and age, you don't see any 6 foot. You see some
pilot. It's called a weight class, not a height class. What are we doing?
But I'm saying, especially at cruiserweight, most of the cruisers that move up to heavyweight are usually 6'3" and above. I'm just saying that's like if you look at the ones that have had success from cruiser to heavyweight, Usyk, Commander. I'm just saying certain guys have to have a certain height, because Beterbiev's like 5'11". You know what I'm saying? Beterbiev's 5'11".
That's about tall enough. I mean, it's a skill thing, bro.
Tyson was 5'10".
It's more of a skill thing.
Tyson's an enigma. Tyson, you can't come on. Don't put Tyson. Tyson's an enigma. He's like, I'm just saying in a certain a light heavyweight builds like a 5'11" guy that can a 5'11". I'm just saying, and come to cruiserweight, there's some 5'11" guys. But
yeah,
there's
but
some
they
guys,
already got. But what you're missing, like Pat's, like King P said, like my bad, like King P said, it's a weight class, not a height class. The people at 175 are already walking around at like in the 190s and shit. Whereas that's what I'm saying. It's a bigger look. How many niggas who've been nice at 160 been nice at 168 like that?
How tall did you say Beterbiev is?
He's like 6. Maybe he's a 6 foot. Maybe he's 5'11", 6 foot.
Because you know who was 5'11"? Dennis Lebedev, and he was just fine at cruiserweight. So
yeah, fair. Okay, no, I know. There's some 5'11s. Yeah, okay, but I'm saying there's some 5'11s that are big for the weight at cruiserweight. But I'm saying some guys at cruiserweight are big enough to fight at heavyweight. That's all I'm trying to say. And Opetiah's I got like 6'2", where I got my questions. So
I feel like Beterbiev be better off going against the guys. Light heavyweight. Opetiah, because this is the thing what's going to happen. He goes against bigger people, or people a little naturally bigger. If they have a whole different type of skill set and they can do things that he's not used to, they could beat him. Opetiah definitely, to me, that might be a 50-50 type fight. Might lean toward Opetiah on that one.
That's just one of those, a fight with Opetiah, the thing is, it's not that it's not winnable, because it is, but that's a grueling, hard.
That's such a hard fight.
That's a fight that you're 40 years old. I don't know how much more of these grueling fights you can take.
Yeah,
I can see
Opetiah got more power than Bivol. He can move around. He's gonna throw a different type of. He's gonna throw a better variety of punches than Bivol, who's just gonna 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 you to death with the occasional hook. All these people, Benavidez, Bivol, all these niggas got the same approach as Beterbiev. Beterbiev is just the highest caliber of that. When you get into Opetiah, it's a different type of style.
I do wonder. The only thing I wonder, maybe this is just pie in the sky, but maybe a low possibility. I do remember Usyk saying he was entertained going down to cruiserweight. And I'm like, why would he go back down to cruiserweight? Just stay heavyweight. You already did everything you needed to do at cruiserweight. But then I'm like, if Beterbiev comes up to cruiserweight and Usyk goes down, I would like to see that fight. I would be cool with that. Or Opetiah.
You know what? I don't want another Chris Bird situation. So or a Chad Dawson situation. So if somebody comes back, if Usyk comes down, he has to fight somebody else first to see he could be capable at that weight class again.
I don't know if this is.
I don't know. I don't trust these niggas.
I don't know if this is a Chris Bird situation. Simply because Chris Bird was really a fucking middleweight. Started out at middleweight.
He was already accustomed to heavyweight too much. And to drain himself, he lost muscle mass and all that shit. You got to look at the Chris Bird that fought Andrew Galata. That's probably the most jacked, ripped, swole Chris Bird you'll ever get. And then imagine this guy going down, losing all of that to fight fucking Sean George?
Yeah, true.
And even Usyk wasn't looking as ripped as Bird. And Usyk is naturally bigger than Bird. And he wasn't looking ripped like that. Because he has a solid weight. Usyk lose 20 pounds? I don't know if he could do that.
But Usyk hasn't Usyk didn't really gain that much muscle mass. I mean, he's big, but
he didn't. I think he has merit, but the thing is, because he doesn't look. I guess what I'm trying to say is Usyk looks like he's solid. It ain't he don't look like the type of guy where you could just be like, hey, look, just cut down some calories and run a few miles more extra, and you'll drop. He looks like the type that's fucking. He don't look like you know how Wilder looks like a guy who could he could drop 20 pounds, 15, bring it on. Usyk look like he's really solid with that weight.
Usyk is far from stringy. So I get why you would say that.
Yeah, so I don't really kind of trust that situation. If Usyk came down and beat Opetiah and then said, hey, look, Beterbiev, come on up. Then okay, yeah, we talking. Yeah.
I talked about Usyk. Did y'all talk about that? How they fought in the amateurs a few times?
Yeah, I see now.
He got him dropped. I think supposedly Beterbiev dropped him a couple times, Usyk, in the amateurs.
Yeah.
So,
Beterbiev seemed like he kind of figured Usyk out.
So it'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
Like I said, Usyk, Beterbiev has options. With the Bivol rematch, and then Benavidez and Morel winner.
He could retire. He could retire. I mean,
I still think he has a couple more fights left in him. But
yeah, because remember the whole retirement shit. Like, bro, if you weren't going to retire before this fight and you fought this nigga with 5 months off of knee surgery, then yeah, bro, you're not going to retire right now. Like, Beterbiev has, I would feel like maybe 3 more fights.
It's not much. It's not much tread on the tires.
Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. My fault. But I'm saying it's not much tread on the tires because it feels like, he had a later career. You know what I'm saying? He started like at 29, 30. You know what I mean? So it's like he, I know he's old. He's about 40 years old and shit. But he's got less, wear and tear as a regular. Like his 40.
His wear and tear is from training though. That's the difference.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like an average 40-year-old in 125 is retired by now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he's
but he's blazing killer. Yeah, three fight. Yeah, 3 fight max 3 more times. Like I don't. We're not gonna, because remember, like, Beterbiev somebody we're used to seeing fight once a fucking year.
Yeah.
Did y'all vote for?
He fought twice this year.
The fact that he fought twice this year. I feel like, whoa, what?
That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. Did y'all vote for?
Nigga, that's like putting Keith Thurman and Turbo Fist on a double header, bro. Like, I'm gonna just be like, yo, King P, or like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this?
Did both y'all vote for the rematch?
Yeah, I voted for the rematch. I would like to see the rematch again.
I think let me see who I voted for Morel Benavidez winner. Because I don't need to see Beterbiev stop Bivol.
I would like that. So,
but I don't mind the rematch. There's some people saying, "Oh, the fight wasn't exciting like that. It was good," but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like this is a high level boxing match where niggas weren't just fainting and looking at each other. They was really throwing hands. So this is the best type of boxing match you could get.
Usyk Fury. It was Usyk Fury had that moment. It was missing that moment that certain fights don't have and don't. But it was still a high level technical boxing. Triple G Canelo won almost. I'm not saying it's that, but I'm saying it's in a similar fashion. It's just two.
It might be better than Triple G Canelo won.
Yeah, it's two the highest level. Somewhat relatively in their prime. Triple G's a little, Beterbiev's a little, but still, a great fucking fight. Like a really good fight.
Yeah. Niggas tripping. I'm hearing all types of bullshit on Twitter. I think even the Bella was like, "Nah, I don't need a rematch."
So how would y'all if y'all had to give a grade for this fight, what grade would y'all give it? In terms of letters.
Like 110 or A, B?
A to F. How would you or you could do one. You could do numbers or letters. Whatever suits you best.
This might be a A minus.
A minus.
Because it's almost a fight of the year, but it's missing certain criteria. But it's not a fight of the year because like shit. I think what's his name? The nigga that's on here yesterday. No, Pilot was bringing up different fights and shit and had me thinking. And when me and PJ was talking, we was like, yeah, this definitely not a fight of the year. But it needed a knockdown. It needed some type of moment or fuckery or something to kind of transcend it to that next level. Like shit like the Mayor, Ryan, and Ford and that other guy, like those shits were fight of the year. Like it was enough.
Yeah, Komatov.
Yeah, Ford Ultimate.
Very solid, high A, blazing killer.
Even Clark Wardley.
Okay, let me ask you this: which was the better fight, Beterbiev Bivol or Fury Usyk?
Fury Usyk.
I agree.
Just because of that moment, because remember, there was a moment in the fight where both guys looked like they was going to be done.
Yeah.
And we never got that from Beterbiev Bivol. Like, it was too... Like, even though Bivol was running and trying to survive...
It was too, yeah.
He never just took a knee. He never just was like, you know what, fuck that. he tried to stay upright, and you know what I mean. So
he never got hurt.
We
can tell, as a hardcore fan, we can tell when he kind of got hurt, but he never got hurt like the way Fury got hurt, hitting 3-4 ropes, hitting 3-4 ropes, stumbling.
Because he was going around the whole ring, and even then, remember, like Fury was hurting Usyk to the body, where Usyk was looking like, damn, like if Fury would stop playing with him, look like he could just push the action and get Usyk.
Remember, those are second in 6-7 rounds. Like,
thank you. Yeah, exactly. So, he was up. Damn, you didn't talk me into like I'm hyped for the rematch for that now.
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm ready for that rematch too. So I'm much more rather see that rematch than this rematch. So
yeah, although I wouldn't mind this one, but it could warrant it. Yeah, Blazing Killer, like very solid high A-. Yeah, I feel you. Like it's just missing something from that A+ fight of the year. But yeah, definitely a good fight for boxing. We deserved it after fucking 6-7 years of waiting. I think this is one of the rare fights that we've talked about on the podcast since we've had the podcast, actually. Like it's so yeah. So to see a fight like this finally happening is dope for boxing. So
yeah, no, definitely. So
I want to mention one thing though, like
go ahead.
And with a little undisputed break, like I seen the little clip where I think if you become undisputed heavyweight champion, whoever the Turkey Al-Sheikh gives you like the belt in the game, and he looks the most realistic character in the whole game. The graphics, the pixels are pixelating, and I'm just like, this fucking guy, like y'all got this motherfucker in the game presenting bullshit belts, and y'all don't even have the clinch function in a boxing game in 2024. A nigga who just basically hopped on the scene a year ago is in the fucking first boxing video game in like 12, 13 years. I mean, this fucking guy.
I'm not surprised one bit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna like, shout out to my nigga Android, bro, but like, I told him, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie Hearn and Turkey are like gonna be like hidden playable characters later on.
Oh yeah, DLC promoters, like
easily like I beat the game with Anthony Joshua or whatever, and now I could play with Eddie Hearn now. Like he walk in the ring, he got the suit, like it's just ridiculous, man. Like this is just. Like, I want to give people credit for doing shit that they supposed to be doing, and it's good. Like, yeah, you doing something, but certain shit is like, yo, just chill, bro. Like, you ain't got to consume every fucking thing in your path. Like, God, dog. Like,
I mean, people like that. People like that just can't help themselves. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like, just to be so heavy-handed with the helping. It's like you telling niggas, like I be like, yo, King P, like I know you be rapping, nigga, you got bars, but yo, man, my uncle, he runs the studio downtown, you want to come through, I know you said you working on an album, nigga, you can record it at my uncle's place and shit, you know what I'm saying? He'll let you do it for free, like whatever. And then you get there, and then y'all vibing and shit, and then you start laying out your tracks, and then come to find out, my uncle want to fucking damn be on every song you got, nigga. And then you're like, well, I had a couple songs where I had a verse or two left open, Yeah, like you would let the nigga get a couple features, but this nigga's like, well, you recording at my studio, so this nigga wants to turn your solo album into a goddamn collab tape.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, nigga, chill.
Yeah.
And I just don't like them doing that.
You'd be like, nigga, this ain't no Ray and Ghost situation. Like,
yeah. Nigga, I just need a few Inspector Deck, Method Man verses, and you trying to have a Iron Man collab, nigga. Like, that's my only thing. Like, it's like the involvement shouldn't be so heavy-handed. Like literally, that's like we don't even know the music, no soundtrack, like no clinching. It's like. Yo, EA Sports, y'all niggas got one of the clearest layups of all time. Like, I think Android showed me something where, like, the server has it where I don't think only 500 extra people are playing the game from when it was damn pre-release.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of issues.
Crazy.
With the game. I haven't gotten it yet. But I've heard a lot of people say there's a lot of issues with the game. So
I mean, like, you know, shout out to my Discord, the TDBC, but we're running a little league with 54 people right now. So, you know, I think, you know, like my dude's running the league down there in the server, but it's like, you know, 50 heads in there and they're having fun with the tournament, but we'll see how long it lasts. You know, I didn't buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna probably buy it next Friday or something. But maybe it's just because we haven't had an official real boxing game in over it. What's that? It's gotta be at least a decade, you know, like at least.
But like you're talking about like 12 years, bro.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, it's been at least like 2012, 13. So it's like, you know, the niggas wanted a fucking boxing game. They don't care about it being a little shitty. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas care about it being a little shitty.
Niggas do care, but I'm saying, you know, I see it with my own eyes. I got an active fucking server of people playing the game, you know, chat all day about it, but
so you seeing the same 500 Android scene, nigga? Like, dude, all I see is on Twitter is I see more bad things said about this game than good. If it was split in the middle, but there's certain things that is just like, bro, 2024, you have a boxing game and there's no clinch. Like, bro, that is like one of the cardinal, like.
That's so crazy. Crazy.
Bro, so you mean to tell me to avoid not getting knocked out, I just got to either punch back or block or make you miss? You can't have a realistic boxing game without clinch.
And shouts out to our boy, you know, friend of the show, King P, Sonny Edwards. But I heard it when you start the game, it starts with tutorial with Sonny Edwards. I'm just saying, like, you start the game, you gotta you know, learn how to box with Sonny Edwards in the game. It's like it's kind of like I mean, it is a UK based game. I'm not trying to cape for it. It is a UK based game. You know, it was developed in the UK, so that's why there's some random Charlie Edwards and shit in there.
See, this is the thing, like, yo, when you have a situation like that, you got to know your market. Like, if y'all gonna do that, y'all need to have a North America division that handles the marketing promotion on this side, because y'all every clip and gif I'm seeing, y'all using Canelo versus Jacobs, y'all using niggas retired. Y'all so used to seeing Canelo mismatches in real life. Y'all get the fucking game and y'all start playing Canelo mismatches in the game. Like, what the fuck are we seeing Canelo versus Kell Brook highlights? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? It's just like y'all use like Jaime Munguia's in the game. I don't see no clips with him. It's like y'all using all the old. It's like, oh my god, bro. It's like,
why would you not do Canelo versus Munguia? Yeah, that makes no fucking sense.
And just the whole, like, y'all put Tyson Fury on the cover, a motherfucker who can't even fight in America. Like, y'all got Canelo on the cover, a motherfucker who just learned English.
I mean,
like, and y'all trying to sell this in America.
There's missing fighters. I mean, you know, I heard Wilder's OP on there and crazy. Wilder is like a cheat code in that game.
Why not even use like dude, like, there's just so many presentation. Like, honestly, if it was presented better, I think more people would have more shit to say. And boxing fans don't get pandered to at all. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I think as a podcast, we pander more to boxing fans than anybody else. So when you're looking at a video game that took 12 years to make or whatever the fuck, you kind of want some things to be like, all right, you know, boxing fans, this is for you. Like, look, like, da-da-da-da-da, like, and these niggas didn't. So it's like, and I'm just saying the clinch is just unexcusable, bro. Like, I mean, goddamn Knockout Kings had a fucking clinch, bro. Like, like, y'all just, you know, all this, oh, it was hard to develop, you know, and for the weight, y'all niggas need to have this on PlayStation 4, bro. Y'all, like, this don't look like it was so advanced where it needed to be on PS5 yet. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, y'all.
I don't think they make any more PS4 games anymore. I'm not sure.
Honestly, dude, it's like, and that's another problem. Like, and I think me and Rome said this before. Like, they're rushing everything, but like, y'all, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, EA Sports, I hope y'all see all this and y'all just get it right, fix it right, because this shit, like, like did this shit. Like y'all y'all got y'all see all the shit y'all shouldn't do. So it's like your parents have that one. You got like that one friend that your parents know, and they know their parents, and it's like, yeah, man, don't be like him. Like that nigga be skipping class, this, that. Like, yeah, like so. This is like don't like EA Sports. Y'all got y'all chance now. That's all.
Y'all gotta get back in the game. They always say it's in the game. Yeah, get back in the game, bro.
Except for clinching.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll just get knocked out if you niggas is like he spammed 4 hooks and I can't even move out the way. I can't even clinch. Niggas losing their okay. Yo, definitely when y'all get it, y'all let us know so we could get y'all impression and then we could do a real review for that shit.
And if y'all got a PS5, hit me up on Twitter. Hit us up on Twitter. There's a league I'm running, little tournaments and shit. You get little belts and little all that good shit. So
I think even if you have Xbox, I think isn't it cross?
Not yet. I know that they have the technology, but not for that. It's not available yet for that game particularly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for that game. Some games do have the cross-platform ability, but at least for right now, Undisputed doesn't. It seems like.
Yeah, because games still be coming out. Like I be seeing on the network, it'd be like, okay, yeah, you can play this for PS5, this PS5. So I'm just like, y'all kind of fucking like, maybe it's a generational disconnect.
Probably.
Because it's like, I feel like they would have had a bigger launch or if they would have kept it more for like, okay, PS4, PS5. Because it's like, this game isn't good enough as a boxing game to make niggas who don't have a PS5 cop a PS5 and get it. It needed to be on that level to where it's like, God damn, like, fuck, I ain't really plan on this, but but this is just make me be like, all right, fuck it. Maybe when EA Sports get in, then yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, it has been on PC for a good, year and a half, but obviously that's different.
Yeah, but who the fuck is jumping on PC to game like that, nigga?
Yeah, not many.
You'd be surprised. You would be surprised.
I mean, it's more than it was in the fucking 90s and shit. Like, yeah, it's getting up there, but it's still not the same. Like,
there's a big PC game market, but like me, I play online leagues. Sports games are on console. I'm sorry, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I think we wrapped up. I think we talked enough about Bivol, Beterbiev. Y'all got any final thoughts on that pay-per-view, on that card before we shift over?
It was cool,
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. Close fights aren't robberies.
No, they are not. So that was a great weekend of boxing just off the strength of that. We got a card this weekend if anybody's interested in, and it is PBC on Amazon Prime for free, no pay-per-view, none of that.
No pump fakes.
Still in Orlando. I'm surprised.
In Florida, yeah. And they just didn't
put it on $1 tickets.
They put it on the other side.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah. $1 tickets. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. We got the return of Tim Zhu. So we saw him in the opening for Amazon Prime. So now we see him again. And he's going to be taking on Bakram Murtazaliev for who was the IBF champion at 154. So a title fight. The last time we saw Tim Zhu, he was the unfortunate loser in that fight with Sebastian Fundora, where his head was, head busted open, and yeah, it cost him the match. So it is what it is. So
you charge head first in the elbows.
It happens. It happens. So
only the Zoo.
Yeah, of course. But he'll be facing Murtazaliev. It'll be a title fight, IBF title. I did see that Zhu is now back with his pops. So
that's dope. That's dope. He didn't announce.
Oh, wait. Cassius? Like his pops?
I mean, It's the only father I know of Tim.
I had to make sure, bro. I think that, niggas be claiming anyway. Like, that's big, bro.
Be in attendance. I mean, he did. I saw a little clip where Zeus said his father's going to be in attendance for this one. So
yeah, he was helping him train and all that. I was seeing videos. Yeah. So I mean, it was good to see them back on speaking terms and back with he's training with him, because it's like your father is fucking Costa Zoo. Why wouldn't you want to?
He's arguably the best. He's arguably the best 140-pound boxer of all time. Arguably, he's one of the best 140-pounders.
Yeah, he's like top 5. So he's like, come on.
It's interesting. It's interesting because it's like it always seemed like Tim wanted to get away from his father's shadow, but it's like that's your father, man. You can't not avoid.
I think Tim started another. I think the thing was Costa started another family and was in some Asian country or some shit. He wasn't. I'd say he abandoned them. He was, he was there for them, but he's like, I got a new bitch and a new family, bro. But I love y'all.
Yeah, but then it's like, okay, like, shit. Do I go where my pops is at and start my career where he at, or do I kind of just do my own thing over here? And I guess
Australia,
he did his own.
Australia got a big market. Australia got a big market. Yeah, so you had to stay in Australia, right? I mean, you had to stay.
Well, no. He could have stayed, but.
He could have went to Russia or whatever.
Russia was in Russia or some shit, right? Yeah, maybe not.
Remember, when you a certain level in the sport, a certain name, certain status, like you can pretty much start your career anywhere if you're with that person or if you're there. Like, yeah. Like I'm sure if Floyd Mayweather decided to train some hungry young guy in fucking in the Himalayas. I don't think niggas would be like, you know what? I think he needs to go here.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we're just like, well, I mean, Floyd's with him. Nigga, like,
but y'all niggas know. I mean, sometimes we watch some of those Australia late night fights, the No Limit. Them shits is looking cracking. Like they love boxing. So
yeah, they got their little thick pog refs. Brain girl.
Yeah, they got they got shout out to King P. The guy looks like Kevin Owens. That one promoter, the dude looks like Kevin Owens straight up.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about too.
Peter Rose or some Rose, but yeah. But no, so I get it. It's good. I mean, I remember I played basketball up to high school. Like I played better when my pops wasn't there. So hopefully Tim don't have a stinker. I used to play better when I know my pops wasn't. My mom might be looking.
Why was your
yeah? Why? Yeah, give us a fucking reason, bro.
He was training me how to play ball. So he trained me to play ball. Like when I was young and anything.
Was he one of those that heckled in the stand?
No, he was. Yeah, he not heckle, but he would. He's a loud dude. So he would just
AKA he was a heckler. Okay.
Yeah. Someone just
say it, nigga. Damn, stop dancing around. Are you dancing around with the Rock like that?
I dropped 20 like no when he's not there. When he's there though, I'd be struggling. So I don't know. But
hold on. Wait, what's you average when he's there?
I mean, like I get a good 13, 15 points, but when he's not there, I can get easy 20. You know what I'm saying? But when he wasn't there, you know what I mean? So.
So when he's there, you be second guessing about 6 points.
But as I got older, it was like when I was like junior and stuff, it was easier. It was easier by then. But yeah, but my point is like when I saw Tim Tszyu when he lost that fight to Fundora, I felt like okay, this guy, the way he answered questions, he's gonna come out for blood his next fight. You know what I mean? He's gonna come out for blood and go for because he was literally covered in blood. You could hear the hurt. You don't want to lose your zero like that. You don't want to lose your zero in a disputed where you're gonna stop that guy, but you're getting fucked up. So
yeah, 12 fucking rounds.
Now, if you know what we know now, because remember it was supposed to be Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz. Tim Tszyu probably would have blasted Ortiz out. It seems I'm just saying, like if we know, what
you smoking, nigga?
Hold on.
I don't know.
Wait, whoa.
Time out. Virgil Ortiz got dropped 3 times. He got dropped 3 times versus it never had.
Hold on, dropped 3 times?
Hold on. Hear me out. Virgil Ortiz fought 2 guys that should not even fought at 154, and you're fighting the guy Tim Tszyu coming off a tough loss who has the best 154 resume in boxing besides Jermell Charlo. I mean, what are you talking about? Yeah, I think.
Hold on, Ortiz has a good resume too, though.
Not at 154. He fought 2 random African niggas that are jobbers at 154. That's all he fought at one.
I'm talking about all total. Like
I'm talking about. We were hyped for that fight more than Bud Madrimov. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but looking what I know now,
Bud Madrimov, who the fuck wanted to see that?
I'm a Bud fan,
but it's the style. Like Virgil's style was just like that's what it comes down to. The style. That's a hell of.
It would have been a great.
Dude, why you think Crawford ain't really like don't really want the Virgil Ortiz fight like that. Like, because that's a hard fucking night of work, bro.
Oh, yeah,
People could say, oh, he could win. Oh, he'll win that. He'll beat it. But it's like, nah.
Crawford would beat Virgil Ortiz, I feel like. But it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Dude, like, I'm not 100% sure he's confident in that. But Bud is like 36.
What's the risk? You know, why take the risk? I get it, but whatever.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if he even want the risk like that. Because look, if these niggas was easy work like that, a Virgil Ortiz and Bud pay-per-view, that's money. That print money. Do that shit in Texas, that makes money. But that's a hard fucking fight for Crawford. That's harder than a Madrimov fight.
It's a young gun. It's a young gun. I don't know if it's hard. It's a young gun fight.
It is, dude. Madrimov is just juking in all that athleticism and shit. Madrimov, one of those fights.
I know his styles, but Madrimov's about to beat Bohachuk. I felt like, you know, and Bohachuk probably beat Virgil Ortiz. Y'all talking about Virgil Ortiz? Y'all talking about Virgil Ortiz didn't get a gift. Virgil didn't get a gift.
What you hear?
No, he didn't. He didn't get a gift. What?
Dude, look. You can't win rounds. You can't win decisions if you keep getting hurt.
I don't think he won that fight.
He didn't win that fucking fight. And then like the promoter said, like, if y'all niggas truly believed in y'all fighter, y'all would have fucking put the rematch clause in there. But y'all niggas wanted more money, and y'all was acting like divas and all that other bullshit. And now look, you lost a close fucking fight. But hey, you're gonna fight Crawford's leftovers next. The guy that everybody's saying is so fucking great, but then it looked great.
It's a good co-main. Madrigal Bohachuk's a really good co-main for that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
154 is heating up. I wish Bud was more active, you know, Spanish Fundora. There's a lot of, you know.
The fights are too look, man. Y'all don't get it. Look, these next round of fights are too fucking like difficult. Like they're hard fights, and they're money fights, but they're hard money fights. Yeah. And Crawford ain't gonna just be jumping in them shits like that. I'm telling you.
And I can see why Ennis doesn't want to go to 154 like we all want him to, because there's no soft touches at 54. There's no soft touches.
And that's the problem with him, because dude, we keep saying he that nigga, and if nothing happened in that 147, go to 154. Like these motherfuckers, and that's the problem. Everybody keeps saying these niggas is good. They good. They great. This could do, but it's like, okay, y'all got work, but nobody's running up for work. Yeah. At least Zoo taking the work.
Like a nigga like Charles Conwell is a top 10, but if you give him a chance in the right win, he could be a top 2, top 3. I'm just saying, there's like, you know,
I mean, we can't like at some point, and I like Conwell a lot. I think he's super talented, but at some point it's show and prove. He's got to get these fights. Like
he's got to give him a chance.
He has to get in the mix somehow. Like people spit on boots, but goddamn,
I know he'll make it. But him versus Virgil, they're both on Golden Boy, would be a fight, like a firefight. 50-50. I mean, all these
that's a good fight, but I feel like Virgil already need to be fighting bigger fights, and Conwell is more like he need that fight before Ortiz. But a bigger name.
Hasn't had that. He hasn't had that. I mean, he's fought on pay-per-view on the undercard, but he hasn't Virgil Ortiz doesn't have the big fight experience for sure.
Having Conwell fight Ortiz is like doing Lubin against Charlo.
How long? But the thing is. Like for Conwell, how long can you tread water before we expect to fucking give a shit? Like at this point, it's just like, okay, it's okay. You're at this level. We expected you to be over here at this point already, and it's like you're not. So, and he signed when he signed to a new promotion, I thought, okay, he's gonna get some fights. You know, it's gonna be a gradual progression, and then we'll get to see him in some of these significant fights that we want to see him in. But it just hasn't happened. It's like, okay, you had that last
Golden Boy fucking that up or something.
Yeah, you had that last fight against Gallimore, and it's like, all right, you beat him up. Now we want to see you again, and it's like, okay, now it's back to being milk carton status. There's only so many times you could be on a milk carton before I give a fuck. Well, so and so is missing. So and so was missing a fucking month ago. Oh well, I didn't want to fight. Yeah. Obviously, he don't want to be found if that's the case. Who gives a shit? Like, bro, like we need these fights from him already. So I'm not going to add him to the mix when he hasn't shown that he should be added.
No, I'm just saying what I'm saying is there's no soft touches. So a guy that's top 10, borderline top 10 in the weight, even what's the Puerto Rican kid from New York?
Myers? No, sorry.
No. I know he's on this card. No, I'm talking about the one on top rank. His name is eluding my memory right now. The Puerto Rican kid. Fuck. The one Bob Arum's trying to push. I'm the Puerto Rican 150.
Zayas?
No, yeah, Zayas.
I just said that.
Oh, my fault. I couldn't hear you. My fault.
We clearly fucking said it too.
I thought you said tell us.
And then we looked at you weird afterwards.
I'm like, wait, what other Puerto Rican?
My bad,
am I missing?
Yeah.
Like what?
I thought you said tell us.
Like, Delorme's making a comeback. I don't know.
But I'm saying, but a nigga like Zayas, like, he's a top 15 in the weight, top 12. But I mean, he's not really a soft touch for a guy too. I'm just saying, there's like,
but he's been taking a while too. Like all these, look, Conwell and Zayas, they really need to like take a step up now.
The problem,
like honestly, that's a good fight to make.
150. It's weird because some of these guys are or either they or their team are trying to move them at a snail's pace. But it's like, this is not the division where you can move somebody in a snail's pace.
Either go to 160.
You got to be ready to go.
Yeah, go to 160 or get it.
Because you're either going to be left behind or you're going to run into somebody that's going to step on you. So either way, you can't avoid people for very long.
Yeah.
So, but this is going to be a good fight. What y'all think about this fight? Me personally, I think Zoo gets him out of there. Mirzalia is a tough fighter, but he gonna see that there's levels, and Zoo is just a higher level than Mirzalia. I think
this dude can punch, and he's physically strong. He's big, heavy guy.
You talking about Mertz?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about 6 foot. He's 6 foot. He's tall, big for the weight. Really big for the weight. Tall for the weight.
I don't know if Zoo stops him. If he does, it might stop him late.
I think he stops him like around the 8th round, like 8th, 9th round.
I could see that. I could see going toward that. Yeah, like I don't think it'll be I don't really see it being stopped before 8th.
I just think Zoo's style is a lot for like a guy like Mirzalia, who's like, okay, he's durable, he could take punches, but
a little slower.
Yeah, he's slower, and he's gonna be there to be hit. He's gonna try to fight with Zoo, but he's gonna play right into Zoo's hands, and Zoo's gonna pressure him, and he's gonna be hitting him, and he could weather it for a little bit, but there's only so much you can take from a guy like Zoo with the ferocity that he fights at. Like he throws everything.
Unless he punch with Zoo, he could do that too.
You could do that, but I think he gets him out of there. I think Zoo gets him out of there in like the 8th round. What you think, LB? What's your prediction?
I could see that maybe 10th. I feel like dude might surprise us too. I feel like this actually might be a good little damn war that we're like kind of sleeping on with dude. Because he the champion, he got the belt. You know, he might not ever get another opportunity like this. So, I'll probably say Zoo by decision. I feel like we're gonna get like a war. And the thing is with Zoo, even though I know he had the cut and everything with Fundora, like we've seen guys with nasty cuts, you know, still win fights, knock dudes out. And it just he never really could adjust under that circumstance to really get Fundora.
Well, I agree.
That blood was crazy, bro.
Well, I agree.
It was, but come on, bro. Like how long we been watching boxing?
So I agree, and I think part of that is actually for once Fundora fought the right game plan that he should have.
He did.
He finally used his length. I know he's like blind as a bat, but he finally used his length.
But I felt like he had the confidence to that because he had the right circumstance in front of him.
But we all saw the first 3 rounds. Tim Zoo was going to knock him out by 5 or 6 or 7.
Zim. Tim was piecing him up, no doubt. But he wasn't like, it was more of a piecing him up. He wasn't breaking Fundora down. And that's the difference. If he would have been breaking Fundora down in those 3 rounds, then maybe he would have had a better chance later. All he was showing was he could piece up Fundora. But nigga, anybody could piece up Fundora. We've seen him get pieced up a bunch of times. But he couldn't go beyond that. That's the thing. Like
the end of the round before the cut. I'm just saying the end of the round before the cut, he hit him with some overhand right. That shit looked like it was
Yeah, he buzzed him. He was like, but all I'm saying is we've seen Fondora like this before.
Yeah.
So it's like Zoo ain't do nothing that we didn't think he could do. The fact is, it's like, even though you still couldn't do nothing like that again. It's not like he was working the body and doing all that shit and just beating on him to where it's like, okay, like, no, he didn't do none of that. So it's hard. Like, I mean, like, I don't know if he could just stop this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he do. He could. It's possible, but I'll pick Zoo by a decision.
Okay.
I think Dude probably just gonna weather that shit, or Zoo might hurt him but can't get him out of there. Like, remember Goucher stood there with him?
Yeah, no, definitely. Pilot, what you think? What's your predictions?
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm kind of in between y'all. I think I could see it being a war because Mertz is a big, he's like a mini Beterbiev out there. He's big for the weight, big for the 160. He's not the strongest puncher. He's decent. But for some reason, I just think with his data and attendance and everything, Tim Tszyu is gonna come out for blood and knock out Mertz. And I will say probably around 6.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I mean, this guy Tim Tszyu. I think he's at 154. To me, he's the toughest fight for Bud, unless he loses somehow in the tournament. Sorry, I'm just saying. I think at 154, Tim Tszyu he was arguably had one of the best resumes of that year of last 2023. You know what I'm saying? Just the names he beat.
I don't think Zoo has better defense than Virgil Ortiz. That's the difference to me.
I think
Zoo gets hit way more.
I don't know. I saw Virgil Ortiz get dropped 3 times in the last fight, so I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Was he dropped 3 times or 2 times?
Twice. Getting dropped 2 times is bad enough.
Twice.
Yeah.
So why the fuck you keep saying 3 times, nigga? Scroll up.
Because that nigga was slipping around the floor 4 or 5. There was a couple where he got hurt.
No, what the fuck is this, yo?
Anyways, he got dropped twice.
What is this?
Anyways, my point is, I saw Virgil Ortiz get dropped twice in his last fight, so I don't know if he has better defense than Tim Tszyu. That's all.
He gets hit more. Zoo gets hit more than fucking Virgil Ortiz.
I saw Zoo get dropped the first time in America in the first 30 seconds, and I didn't see him get dropped since. I've seen last fight. I just saw Virgil Ortiz get dropped twice.
Interesting. I mean,
yeah, it's just an interesting. I can't really even that's.
So you said 6th round? Okay, that's kind of early. But
I know you said 8, right? You said 8. Yeah, 6. I'm being a little overzealous. I mean, maybe 8-ish really, but I don't want to give the same answer as you.
Yeah, so. I think 6. You're like, I think 6 is when the firefights.
I'll say 7. Fuck it, I'll say 7.
The height of a firefight.
7 or 9? 7. Yeah. I'll say 7. Fuck it, 7. No, 7.
No, all good. 6, 7. I get you. It's gonna be a good fight either way.
Dude, just like his pops, be running in the fucking punches. Like, I didn't see Virgil Ortiz run into a fucking elbow. Yeah, shit. Yeah, you told. Yeah. And we're gonna say it about the knockdowns. I ain't see a nigga ever just run into an elbow. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's like running into a fucking tree when you got the bag hanging from the tree and you just run into the branch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, how the fuck that happened?
No, definitely.
But yeah, whoever it is at 154, like, Crawford got a tough fight, whether it's between Zoo or Virgil Ortiz or whoever else out there.
Fondora.
Fondora is about the easiest fight, but we don't know unless after the Spence fight.
So we'll see. I mean, we can segue into that for a little bit. Because Fondora and Spence have agreed to a fight, but no date, anything like that is announced. But it's going to be interesting because he had to order the mandatory with Crawford, and they negotiated to just step aside or just get it at a later date or whatever. And now Fondora is supposed to be fighting Spence, but the thing is, WBO is not going to let that fight happen for their belt because he's not in the top 15, Spence. So Is he gonna have to drop the belt if he fights Spence?
Well, yeah. Well, Bud does have the IBF. The WBO interim. You know, he has it. He clearly has it, and it seems like he's gonna drop it, right? You know, because WBO got Bud's back. He was whatever Bob orders, right? He's been on with Bob Arum, and he was a WBO champ for over a decade. So it's like more than likely, if Spence Fundora happened, is this going to be for WBC? More than likely, you know.
No, it'll be for the WBC.
But I'm saying, so I mean, Fundora will basically drop the WBO belt. It seems like that because WBO got Bud's back. You know, that's why. Remember the fight with Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman wasn't going to be for the title, right? Because it was WBO.
Because Thurman wasn't
in there. So WBO, and they're looking out for, in a sense, for Bud. You know, because Bud right now have Bud got WBA. But Bud's about to get WBA.
He has WBA, but he's also, I think that
he's interim. Yeah. Basically, there was a thing where if the fight's not made this year, I don't know if it's the same now what happened, but if the fight wasn't made by this year, then Crawford becomes the full champ. That's what it was supposed to be. But I don't know what with the new development.
I think they fight in January or early February. I don't mind it because it gives Fundora a chance to get another payday. And if he's not good enough to beat Spence, then he wasn't going to be competitive with Crawford, which a lot of people knew. That's why, honestly, that's the reason why a lot of people were pissed Spence getting the fight, because it's the easiest winnable fight for Crawford, but they want him to get that belt.
I favor Spence. Like, I mean, if Spence punch resistance is not gone, I'd favor Spence.
See, I think I've said this before. I'm very iffy about that, simply because I've always said that I think Spence, stylistic wise, Spence has the style to beat Fundora, because that's a bad style for Fundora, but it's all the other issues that Spence has.
You don't have a trainer still. Nigga still don't have a trainer.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he doesn't have a trainer, if he hasn't announced it, but like all the wear and tear, and Spence isn't all there. He's already talking about retirement soon. So it's like all that. I'm not sure how much he has left in the tank.
He might be retired, to be honest. We might never see him fight again.
No, he's fighting.
He's going to fight Fundora. It's like,
yeah.
This will be worse. If they don't fight, this will be worse than Vitaly. This will be worse than Lennox Lewis holding up the whole goddamn heavyweight division in the year 2003 with the Vitaly rematch that never happened.
That's a crazy 20-month layoff after the Crawford beating your ass like you never been beaten in a ring. That's wild.
I mean, he's had enough time off, and this is
now. What's crazy is the nigga who beat him only fought once after that. That's crazy. Like, why not capitalize off that performance and fight another big fight after that? That's crazy to me.
No, he just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna fight once, and on the rest of the time, I'll be doing a victory lap. So
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I wish Bud. As a huge, I'm probably the biggest Crawford fan on there, maybe me and Pat. But I wish Crawford was still a more active fighter, and because 154, an active Crawford would be fine and mixing with who they got. But it's like he wants,
he hasn't been active. He hasn't.
Yeah, no, he's not going to be. He's not going to be. I mean, like,
when was the last?
When was that nigga ever active?
When was the last time he fought more than once? I feel like we have to ask this for every fucking fight.
For every top level fighter, it seems like, except Inoue.
Crawford turns into Beterbiev.
Oh, yeah,
both these niggas got decisions,
but then
they always knock niggas out.
That nigga wants the Canelo payday, and now he's doing the McGregor. He wants. I know he kind of probably does want, because really it's only going to take 1 or 2 more fights to be undisputed at 154, third time.
But they're hard fucking fights.
But all it needs, all he needs is for Tszyu, the Tszyu winner and the Spence winner, if they fight each other, and he gets one more fight because he's gonna have 2 belts. He can undisputed. But I know he really wants that Canelo or talking about the McGregor bullshit. He wants.
And let's be honest. If Ortiz stays at 154 and he stays undefeated, I don't think Crawford could retire from that. Can retire and leave that right there. Doesn't Ortiz got like a interim belt or some shit or something, or he don't?
In WBC interim, he's WBC interim.
I really wish this whole fucking Crawford Canelo wasn't a thing.
Me too. I mean, I get he wants that payday, but I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it never happens. But
it's taking too long to not ever happen, because it's like
it could happen in May. You know what I'm saying? There's a chance it could happen.
That's not happening in May. It's not.
Bro, like, and that's too much space from the fucking cup to the lip, my nigga. Like, May? Bro.
Well, because Canelo fights on May Day, you know what I'm saying? He fights on
A motherfucker might fight Eubank Jr. in the UK in May, nigga.
Or no, there's rumors Canelo might be fighting in Japan. You see him in Inoue and shit. There's strong. There's like.
Oh my god.
Who would be the undercard? Yeah. If you're the monster, you're not gonna fight underneath fucking Canelo. Pause.
He probably Inoue probably would.
He probably
no, the fuck he wouldn't.
No, out of respect, it probably would have happened.
Wait. The guy who's legit not ducking any of his contenders and mandatory and champions is going to fight on the undercard of a nigga who's been ducking his biggest fight for 2 years.
Culture, what the Japanese culture do? They bow. They'll show respect. They want Canelo to
fuck all that, man.
I mean, you can show all the respect you want, but he shouldn't be on his undercard. What the fuck?
He shouldn't. But
one guy who's doing boxing right is going to be on the undercard.
If you want to go both ways, come on, man. Canelo has a great resume and fought Floyd Mayweather, fought great fighters.
Like what? Years ago, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you're talking about a full term legacy.
Bro, boxing is too awesome. Look, remember, recency bias goes both ways. It could be positive, it could be negative. With Canelo, it's a fucking negative. This man has literally ducked Benavidez so long. Benavidez moved to another weight class, and another nigga had to go to chase Benavidez. Did you see where this is going? And this is what's happening. These niggas,
we call ducking all the time. Yeah, no, for sure.
He's ducking. So, dude, to run across and go to another country and fight and fight some other nigga,
fight Murata,
or some bullshit underneath the star of that country who's fighting fucking big fights. I just don't. Who wins in that situation?
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Any sense at all? And I agree with King P. The Canelo Crawford shit. I hate that it's a fucking thing. It just neither of these niggas' last couple fights even look that great to even be okay. And there's too much work. Crawford got boots. Okay, boots at 147. Blah blah blah. We get that. Fuck that fight. You got all this work at 154. Shit. He could make a big fight out of 160 if he wanted to in that situation. He's a name. So in Canelo, you duck. It's bro, niggas is hurting both individual divisions worried about this fight. That's why I don't really like it. Crawford Spence eventually happened, but at least it was two niggas in the division, and we saw how that stalled everything. And look at the aftermath. What's going on at 147? So it's these niggas need to just start fighting more often and more meaningful. That's why niggas don't even care about these divisions no more.
I'm tired of it. But
yeah,
at least we're getting the battle of the Davids next year. So
I hope I have an inclination it's gonna fall through, but I hope not. I hope.
What? Nah.
No, I just already
made. These niggas posted that shit.
I know they posted that. I'm just saying, a lot of fights been posted that has happened. I'm hoping it happens. I'm just saying.
What reason do you?
I don't know. I'm just hoping it happens.
You don't know. Oh, so you're just being a cynic just for the.
I'm being a glass half.
Kind of like that or some shit.
I'm being a glass half empty. I love the fight. I've been wanting to fight. I'm saying I'm a glass half empty for that one because.
Oh God.
He fucking
Pilot is being a cynic for the sake of being a cynic. What the fuck?
Yeah, you jaded for no reason. What did boxing do to you, nigga?
What watching it for you.
And it's not hold up. And it's not like the Davids, neither of them have neither of these guys have a track record of pulling the rug from underneath us.
No, they don't.
Well, at least Benavidez not recently.
Yeah. So what do we do?
We remember weight gain and coke gain.
I hear these theories from quote unquote Morel fans that they think Benavidez doesn't really want to fight him. You know what I'm saying?
But why?
But after the hot one fight,
Morel ain't look good like that to be running from this fight.
But after the last fight, I'm not hearing it as much. But I heard it a lot before that Benavidez wants nothing to do with Morel because Morel's.
Well, this fight has gotten bigger because time has passed and Canelo was still ducking. That's why.
I think he just finally I think Benavidez just finally realized I'm not gonna fucking chase this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's pussy.
I'm gonna move on. And if he wants to fight me, then he knows where to find me. But until then, I'm just going forward with my career. And he's fighting the guy that he's not treating, because you got a guy like Morrell. Morrell was looking at David the way David was looking at Canelo. So Benavidez wasn't gonna little man him. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't scared of you. Let's make this.
And even Benavidez earned his shot with Canelo more than Morrell earned the shot at Benavidez. If we're being honest.
Yes.
For sure.
And that's what makes Benavidez look like a fucking G. Because he still doesn't have to. Because look, if Benavidez didn't take this fight,
nobody would have.
We couldn't blame him.
He didn't have to. So I hope
he didn't have to. And honestly, and I gotta agree with King P on this, but the whole like Benavidez realized it that like, yo, I ain't gonna chase this guy no more. I mean, I think the last punch he landed on the last person who was chasing Canelo more than he was, he realized that shit.
What, you talking about the Andrade?
Exactly. If you beat the nigga who was chasing after the nigga you've been wanting to fight longer than you've been chasing after him, you realize like
that nigga wanted a decade before longer.
Yeah. Let's just be honest. Jamel Charlo just hit the nigga lottery with that. Yeah. He just was in the right place, right time, right win.
And all of that. And that was some like I know it's past the expiration, but I am hearing that Jamal Charlo and Andrade might be happening on the tank.
No, not happening.
No.
That ain't gonna happen. Like
he is.
I can see it happening next year, but not like.
Hold on. No, because wasn't it? It was posted that Jamal is fighting Cornflake.
Cornflake kind of halfway denied it. Cornflake kind of said yes, but kind of said no. So it's like,
what the fuck? You kind of said you posted it.
What is that?
How the fuck do you say yes but no? Like
he had an interview on the Boxing Voice where he wouldn't say that it was happening. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he already posted it, basically saying it on fucking Twitter.
Yeah, so, like confirming it.
So I mean, that would be a fight.
That's so weird. That's like, hey yo, I need you to work over. You want overtime? He's like, I mean, I need the money, but I got things to do. Like, yes or no, nigga? Which one is it?
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, I'm not sure if Jamal should even be in a boxing ring, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's see what he looks like this time around. But yeah, that Andre fight is not happening anytime soon. But you know,
I mean, I guess it's how you match Jamal. Like niggas just need to kill the Plant fight though. Like, and Plant, he looking more like a bully in this situation. Keep hyping the fight up because it's like you got Berlanga, Munguia, you got way other fights, and to even mention Jamal Charlo. Like, yeah, he pulled your beard. You slapped him twice. And from what I heard, the cameras only got the lesser slap. The real bad slap, the cameras didn't even get, nigga.
Yeah. Cornflake, corn pop.
And the dude and Jamal already apologized on live like months, I think a year later, like, and he knew he fucked up and all of that. And it's like, bro, like, that's not a big fight for you. Like, just drop it. Like, there's other niggas out there.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Like, I wouldn't even, no one should be mentioning Maul for no fight. If he does, let him come out with the fight. But and if he does, you know it's at a level that he's supposed to be competing at. But all this fight Andre, Plan, all these other niggas, no. Like, I'm not even taking that serious because it shouldn't be a fight. Yo, real quick, is anybody on the undercard? Nobody else really fighting? Like, that's just
the guy Tellez,
dude. Yoenis Tellez is the only guy
Tellez, you know, the one that killed Sergio Garcia. The one that, but he's fighting some random. I'm sorry, he's fighting in Canada. He should KO. He should.
Yeah, he's fighting in Canada. But I like him. He's got some talent. So yeah. But other than that, there's nobody else on the undercard that I'm really. Oh, I gotta see this person. So.
Oh wow!
And it's regular people time. It's not Australia. Oh, it's in Miami. It's in Miami. Yeah. So yeah.
It's in Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't say that because Shutter would have pulled up if it was in the if it was in
Miami. Like Orlando's like 4 hours away.
That's how
Orlando's basically another world compared to Miami. I can tell you that.
No. I was there a few months ago. It was cool. Right.
But I'm not gonna spend the rest of this cash shitting on Orlando. I could, but I won't. So I'll leave it at that.
They got enough going on.
Yeah. So.
Nice. Although fuck you, sundown towns. Yeah, y'all can stay flooded.
Nice background, Shutter. Blazing Killer said. Oh yeah, he fucking with the PJ LB background. So,
but yeah, that was from the when we did the eye test live. But I came on there, PJ had the eye test logo, and I ain't see that logo in damn years. So I was like, oh shit, like,
what up, Kang Soon?
So let me do some new shit over here, and then bam, here we go. But I'm gonna see if I can have something different next time. But yeah, Kang Soon, what up, dude? But yeah, unless y'all got any questions, ain't nothing else. That should be about it. Oh fuck. Y'all trying to podcast Thursday?
Yeah, I'm free. I'm free Thursday.
Pilot.
Yeah, that works.
All right, we'll do a who watched who, but we'll do that new version. I don't think you was there when I explained it to everyone else.
Well, refreshing my memory because I don't remember.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can't remember. I don't think you was there. But you could have been at a game or some shit. But basically, picture all 5 of us there. One person, 4 people out of that 5 pick a category that they don't think they could lose with. And I gave examples, like I said, like, because I named your example, I was like, King P would say he can't be beat in a Kanye category. Pilot would say he can't be beat in a Dipset category. Rome, Drake, and LB, Shutter, Tupac. And so that's each one of our categories. So then what we do now is we all pick a song from that category that we don't think we could lose. Because we picking our own category, own song. And now Pat has to pick a song from those 4 categories to see if he could beat us in our best categories. And every time someone goes against Pat, the others are the judges. So Pat will go first and be like, I got a Kanye song against King P's Kanye song. Then the other 4 of us judge it. Then it goes, then it's whatever. Pat goes to Pilot and he's like, yeah, I got my Cameron song. Fuck, what's your Cameron song? They play, then we all judge it. And basically I was calling it the gauntlet because it's really like a gauntlet. Like who could sweep that shit? Like who could beat all of us? Type shit.
Interesting.
And this way, it's like the who watch who, not the who watch who. It's like our battles, but evolving. Now it's no longer just a matchup with one of us. Like everyone's involved.
I'm with it.
So that's what we'll do Thursday. So just let me know your category, and let Pat know whatever, and we'll go ahead with that shit.
Sounds good. But, I'm with it. So
plus, why would you drop it the same day as Dragon Ball?
The Dragon Ball game I've heard is fire.
That's what I've been fucking hearing. Like I've been seeing fire clips from that shit.
I haven't gotten it yet because I said, man, I've been busy with a lot of shit. So like, like to sit down and have time to play these fucking games, like I don't. But I'm gonna get it eventually. So I'm definitely getting both of them.
See, the way the Dragon Ball Z game look, and how we're excited for that, that's how we should be about it, Undisputed.
Yeah, and Kang Sung, a lot of people have complained about Undisputed. I haven't really heard that it was ass, but like some people felt like more disappointed. Like it could have been better for what we were hyped up for. Like what they.
I've been hearing this from ass to mid. with a few, it's
I've
straight.
heard more mid. I've heard more mid than ass.
Yeah,
So.
more mid though. Yeah, I do admit that. Like, I feel like the people who've been saying this ass just suck at boxing games and just suck at boxing in general. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of mid, and y'all got to remember, 12 years and you come up with some mid is like.
I mean, I honestly, and I'll be honest, I had a feeling from the beginning that we were going to get let down because we were fiending so much for any boxing game that it was just like I don't know if I didn't know if we had reached the point where just any boxing game would do. Like it sounds good, and then you get some shitty ass game, and it's just like
yeah, because that's the thing. Like for that long, and then we remember, like you got to remember, our last memory of a boxing game was great. Like everybody loved Fight Night Champion. So like if that's your last memory, you kind of want that great ranking to stay there. Or at least go, if it goes down, it goes down to good. You don't want it to just go 2 notches down. It's like, okay, average, fucking mid. Like, especially when you look at the future and the technology advances and nigga, like we should have had a goddamn like virtual reality boxing game at this point, nigga. Like, let alone something where you can't fucking clinch. Shit.
Oh,
so I could understand niggas saying mid, but now with the Dragon Ball game, nigga, every time I hear about that shit, that everything's been fire. I ain't hear no mid yet about that shit. So, and why them niggas get good games? You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my god,
like niggas been doing Dragon Ball like 1,000 games already, and they still get it right. Boxing just like
but like this one, people are happy because they brought like with the new Sparking Zero game, the feel of it is actually like the old Budokai.
The Budokai
Tenkai. It's got that same, like they brought it back to that. Because like some of the other things, like the games that they've released like since then, like the Xenoverse and the Fighters, like Fighters I bought, Fighters was mid at best. They tried to do like Fighters was basically them trying to do a Dragon Ball version of Street Fighter, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was not.
I mean,
that's like the old Super Nintendo Dragon Ball games and shit.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that. Now, I mentioned, you know, I'm a sports nigga, gaming. You know, that's what I do on PS4, PS5. But the game I spent the most hours on PS4 was definitely DB Xenoverse 1 and 2. Like other than sport games, DBZ Xenoverse, you know, it's kind of like an RPG in a sense.
Yeah, Xenoverse 2 more because Xenoverse 1 it was all right.
Both were pretty cool. I mean, but I just spent a lot of time. You know, both of they were dope games. You know what I'm saying? They're really dope games.
I haven't played them in so long though, but
no, they're coming out with another Xenoverse supposedly, hopefully.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, but I'm on PS5. PS5 ain't had one yet, so you know.
No, I know.
But you see what you're saying though, King Pete. They took something that if it's not broke, don't fix it. They took something that they know they worked and then up the graphics because graphically, aesthetic wise, this shit looks amazing.
Kang Sung said, I thought Fighters was more like Marvel versus Capcom. That's an apt comparison too, but it wasn't good.
It all comes down from like Street Fighter. Like,
yeah, but the problem was either way, Marvel versus Capcom, Street Fighters, it wasn't good. So that's really what that's the main thing. It doesn't matter what you try to model it after. If the shit's not good, the shit's not good. So
just like that one game back in the day, not too back in the day, it had like all the damn shonen niggas in it. It was hyped up. It was supposed to be good, but it just ended up being mid. They had like Dragon Ball, One Piece, all the like Bleach.
I don't remember.
God damn. Is it Fighting Force or Fight Force or some shit Force or I know it's behind me in like the dresser. Like I'd had to look for it like 1 minute. I know I would find it and be like, oh, it's this. Like, but Fighters or some shit where it's like the 3 main niggas. Like I know King P knows the fuck I'm talking about. But that shit was so fucking mid, yo.
Now you got me.
Jump Force, yes, Kang Song, yeah.
What is it?
King Sung.
Jump Force.
Yeah, Jump Force. Like that shit was supposed to be fired. Like that shit.
That bullshit. Yeah, nah.
So fucking mid, man.
That shit was bullshit. So yeah.
So much potential. So yeah, like
I think we've
we done. Ain't nothing else to talk about. We done cleared it out.
Any final thoughts, Pilot? Going once?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Shouts out. We did it. Shouts out to the DBZ NY Twitter meme that was funny as hell.
Oh my god,
good at spraying arc.
Fucking funny. That was so fucking funny.
All the different ones.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember which. I'm trying to pick my favorite one, but all of them were. A lot of them were so fucking funny. One of my favorites was my boy Lord of the Flies was like, when the Saiyans pull up to Planet Tuffle, and it was like Nas and DMX in Belly with the however do you want it shit. That shit had me fucking dying. Somebody did one where it was like Turles would be like, I know Saiyan, I Dominican. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That meme been killing it, like real shit. It's so many variations. Like a lot of the Vegeta ones been like fire. Like with the what Goku says to Vegeta every time. But it's like you see it's like I think one was like DMX from it was chewing out Nas or some shit.
Yeah. Or when they would do the fucking paid in full ones. Like, you'll be all right. You tougher.
The Ginyu Force ones was funny too, saying like the ones where they had like niggas on the subway dancing and they're like, you going home and you see the Ginyu Force.
Oh yeah, or the Mace one with trucks. It's like those are for little niggas.
We not your little niggas. We not your little niggas. We not your little niggas.
Oh shit! Oh man, yeah.
No, but shouts out to we're talking about DBZ, but shouts out. It's gonna be some good boxing. Chris Colbert's back tomorrow on Pro Box. It's been a minute.
Oh fuck yeah, you were my good. Thank you so much for reminding me. Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? And that's all I got. Shouts out to we did it 3 the hard way, and that's all I got, man.
Pause. Yeah.
But that's a great movie if you like your black exploitation movies. 3 the Hard Way's classic with Jim Kelly, Fred Williamson, and Jim Brown. Yeah. But y'all stay tuned. We'll be back here this Thursday. Hopefully we have everyone. We'll have a music show. We're gonna kill it. Feel like we ain't had a whole gang for a good minute, but we've been having these like spin-off killing shit, nigga. You see, we got the Reds on today, nigga. You know what it do, nigga. Shout out to Miss 702. She invited me as a guest on her podcast channel next Friday. So I'll post up the time and we'll promote it and shit. So mad love, respect.
We'll tweet it. We'll tweet it out and everything for sure.
Yeah, we'll tweet it out. So that's gonna be October 25th. But we'll let y'all know more about that later. So other than that, I'm good. Just check out more about shit. You'll see us on Twitter, Ring Gang, all that, YouTube. Got more training video, all that shit on the way. Music, Sample Kings forever. Trying to drop that in November next month. So yeah, shout out to Anarchy.
No doubt. I ain't got really much more to say. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the gang. Yeah, there's only 3 of us, but sometimes that's good because then when we all come together, it's like fucking Voltron, or like we come together like the Avengers. Like, so
it's The Rock.
Yeah.
We got like it's that the Cam Bleak and Siegel track.
And then eventually we just bring them all together. And we go. Cost money gonna be ROC, back. Everybody gonna be back. So
the ROC joint, right? I've come over.
Yeah.
So the Ring Gang. It's like the Dynasty album. Like we can have a track. Yeah, we can have the track with some of us. Only 2 people, 3 people, but then that one track where it's like 5 of us.
It's like, Yeah, yo, fuck, you mentioned that. Yeah, y'all gotta get on this nigga Prolific. See what's good. With the goddamn cartoon, like the anime shit. Like, I think you did your voice. Like I was like, yeah. Because when you said all of us, I'm like, yeah, that is the shit with all of us. Like, yeah. Y'all been reminding me of shit. Yeah. Let me get on that. So, yeah,
no doubt. But I think that's all we got for tonight. So, appreciate everybody for checking us out. You know where to find us at ringgangradio.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotomatic. We everywhere. Spotify. You know what I'm saying? So we got more content coming, but that's all we got for tonight. So for myself, King P, Bodega P, for Conscious Pilot, and for LB Shuttleworth, the GOAT artist, it's been another episode of Real Talk. Shit's real. We talk about it. So until next time, peace.